Hello, this is day two of. This cringe as fuck. Yeah, we're watching Andy again. Let's go.
Americans.
Alright.
Three, two, one.
Alright, so pre fight positioning. This is probably what I'm going to be focusing on mostly this fight because I don't have a lot of time. Um, Generally, as Ashe, you don't want to be here because, um, look at these sightlines, right? So they have a widow, which, I mean, you wouldn't know, but you do see someone up there. So you definitely have you definitely have to watch out for that because sometimes this is a good angle because you're on high ground and your tank can distract him really easily. But then also, if that widow outranges you from this, I think it's like pretty long, like maybe like 60 meters. As Ashe, you can't do anything there, so. And the widow can just insta one shot you. If she has a good aim, now she probably doesn't, but you have to play like she has good aim because plat widows can't actually hit their shots sometimes. So then you have to kind of watch out for that and play your distance. For example, that's not a good spot, especially into this comp. But what is a good spot is maybe right here. You know how during scrims we always play up here? Maybe because if you position here, you still have an angle onto statue, like your queen's down there. But then the widow can only see this part of the map right now. She can't see this part at all. So then that basically gives you free reign over this control, and you also have cover here, and you have LOS to your supports, who are back here, right? So now your supports can see you from up there. Um, you just have an angle over here because they have to look away from your queen. They have to either look up here or look here. They pretty much can't do both at the same time. So this is a much better spot than over here, and pretty much the only reason that is because they have a widow. If they didn't have a widow, this probably would have been a better spot. Maybe stay where your widow is more than out in the open on this edge because you can go back into cover easily. I think there's a mini down here somewhere. So yeah, you have to respect the widow because right now you're not.
Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Mercy on call.
She's gonna blow!
And then what?
Five, four,
I did not see that.
three, two, one. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Mercy on call.
Why would you drop? There's no reason for you to drop here because high ground is such an important tool. Like not only for DPS but just in general in Overwatch. There's almost no reason you would ever want to give this up unless there's someone directly threatening you through this. Because right now you have control of the mini right here, and then you have control of high ground. You got an angle on them. They have to look away from your queen to shoot you. And so, while coach cutting here in the first place was a bad idea, you should have stayed on height. There's no reason for you to drop down. Like you're just dropping down because, frankly, like I do this too. Like when I did this too when I was in like low silver as Ana. A lot of people, and even like diamond masters players, just they walk forward when they can't hit a shot because they're insecure about their aim. So you have to trust yourself. Like you might be silver, but then these guys are also silver. They can't hit their shots either. So yeah, there's no reason to give that powerful of a position up just because you want to hit a shot. And you hit a dynamite, but oh well, they have a Juno pocketing, and the reset is fortified ready. Like, contest Lafara. Why are you shooting the fortified reset with javelin spin, a Juno, and an Alari right there? Look up. There's a Pharah shooting your widow for free. Like this should never happen. Ever, 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 ever. I don't care if your widow's a hit scan, but you can hit shots too. Like shoot at the like. Look at your position. Like look at the way you're playing. Stop. You're scared. You're playing like you're scared. You're
Defend
not doing anything. Like, look.
She's gonna blow.
You throw a dynamite. You hit only the Orisa, so that's basically negligible pressure. Look at this health bar. You're not doing anything that with a dynamite. Now, if you had hit the Juno or the Pharah, maybe, just maybe, you would have done something, but you hit an Orisa with your dynamite. That's not going to do anything. You see the Pharah go up, too. It's not like you didn't see the Pharah. You saw her jump boost. You can see the Alari through here. You can see the Juno. And what do? Like, you try to go for the Juno, but there's a Pharah. Shoot the Pharah. She has no cover. She would have had no cover, but then you let her take the high ground because you were holding it at the start of the match. That's why you lost this. That's why you're about to lose this fight. Like, this is a losing fight. If you win this, I'll be very surprised. Again. Pharah. Shoot the Pharah. You know how much pressure that does? Then the Juno has to look away, Alari's gonna look away. Hell, even the Orisa might start shooting, and that gives your Queen basically free pressure on the enemies. And then, what do you do right here? You go for a slow... Why? Like... You could have gone for the Pharah instead. Like, now you get the Pharah anyways, but you should not have. Your Widow absolutely fucking clutches that up with 2 headshot kills. Look, you're... Like, why would you give up... Why would you give up this angle? Like, did you forget about this doorway? Here, you go through this doorway. Look at this. Headshot Soldier, he's dead. Headshot Juno, she's dead. Then you can focus the Orisa, because the Orisa has no heals and no fortify as soon as you do all that. But then now you just kind of... You're doing nothing. You're doing nothing here. Like... You die. Why? Because you just stayed here. Like, you could have taken height. Hell, you could have even gotten this way. This is not a good spot, but it's a better spot than you kind of crunched up here with an Orisa that's 5 meters away. There's no reason you should ever be playing that close, especially on Ashe. Like, if you're a Tracer, maybe, but then even as Tracer, you don't shoot the tank unless you have to. And then, like, up here, this would be a good range. This is a good range. This is this is the perfect range you would want to have. Like, there's no reason you would ever want to pick a spot other than this, except maybe that, like, the Pharah somehow hits all of her directs on you, but instead you die, then you throw the fight. Like, there was no reason to do that at all.
Stay out of my way.
Again, high ground. Now you're at 11 HP. There's no supports, and you can't do anything for like 5-10 seconds. Like, high ground, high ground, high ground. Rotate up here. Oh, it's not a good spot. Like, maybe it would have taken too long, but it's still a better spot. Like, you're not doing anything here. Like, look, the Orisa literally forced you out. You were playing out in the open right here. Orisa Javelin, you ran with your tail in between your legs, and now you can't do anything. Look at you. Look at you. That's not your support's fault. That's your fault for even being out here in the first place. There's no reason you should ever be out here. Like, maybe, just maybe if it was a team up fight, clean up fight, maybe. But just like coach up here. Coach up here. Look at this. Perfect range. Shoot the Alari. Shoot the Juno. Hell, even shoot the Orisa. But you have options up here. Down here. What are you doing? See, and then you die because you didn't control high ground.
I needed that.
Okay, so this is it's an okay high ground. If the payload was here, I would have said sure, why not? But then the payload is all the way back here. Like, so you're over here. Like, you went out this way. Why don't you just go around here, like this right here? Especially since your tank is gonna move up soon, and now like they have to look at your tank, and they have to look at you, and you can shoot the Juno who's like AFK on point right now. Like, it's free value. There's no reason you would ever not want to do that. Like, this is just you're being sloppy here. Now you hit shots on the Pharah, but look how much space you give up. Look at this. You could have controlled them here with your sightline here, but instead you were controlling, first of all, this sightline, which your tank is already controlling, so there's no reason for you to control that. And then you have this sightline with a Mercy Pocket, which is better because at least you can kind of halt the card around here and pressure them out. But like, if you could have gone through here, you would have been able to stop the cart like right here, maybe, or even like right here when your tank pushed up. Like, there's no reason. Like, you're just not thinking. There, again, why drop off? There's no reason to drop off. You have worse sightlines actually by dropping off, because like here you can like kind of like see a slight bit into here, and you can see like into the cart. But then what do you have here? First of all, you wasted your coach gun. I don't know if you actually did. I mean, you don't have your coach gun. Like, look at this. What are you doing? Nothing. That's the answer. And then you waste your coach gun immediately getting back up to the high ground you jumped off 5 seconds ago. Like, why? Again, you're not even trying to shoot the Alari. Like, you could, like, Alari, when she was leaping up here, that is a dream shot, right? That is like, especially as a hit scan, that's your like wet dream in compared to like what you want to hit, right? It's like now the Alari is 80 strafing, 80 strafing, 80 strafing. Look at you, missing shots, missing shots, missing shots, missing shots. You know why? Because you didn't pressure out the Alari while she was jumping up, and now she has cover, and like she doesn't jump, and then because of that, Farah takes advantage right here, and you get killed by torpedoes anyways, which is surprising. But like, that was such an easily preventable death. Why don't you want to prevent it? That's what I'm asking.
Hey, someone needs to fill this saddle.
Alright, so now as Cass, your sightlines are going to be shorter than they are as Ashe, so whereas on Ashe you would probably go for the Juno, Soldier, Ilari, because those are farther targets and they usually stay out in the open in silver. Now you'll probably want to go for a flanking Pharah, because you have 275, you have good burst, you can deny her movement abilities. So you'll probably want to like go and kill their Pharah.
The grit out of ya, niggas, and move.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
What happened here?
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
Shoot her! Shoot her! Like, you saw her. You saw her move out. You saw her move out. Look at this. Let me go here. 4 seconds. You know the Pharah's there. Why? Infrasites. You already know she's there. Look.
Grit out of ya, niggas, and move.
The payload has reached the checkpoint. The payload has reached the checkpoint.
You see her. You see her. You see her going up here. Like, it's not even like, oh, you didn't see her, but you could have used her here. You see her with your eyes. Use your eyes. Like, there's no reason that far should have gone away what she did. And you just kind of like, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? Are you staring at those boxes to make them disappear so you can shoot someone else easier? Shoot the Pharah! And then she gets a free kill on your Widow. Why? Because you didn't do anything. Do something.
Off the payload.
Again, this is sloppy. Like, I think you went out this door? Why? Like, here, let me look at it from a bird's eye view. That's a bad bird's eye view. Let's go from a side view. Look at this, right? You came out this door? You came out this door, right? Go here. Go on the high ground that's right here. Then you have a free shot on the far, and you have free shots on the rest of the enemy team. And you're on high ground. You control such a valuable position, and now the fire can't set up there. I believe there's even a health pack somewhere over here. Oh, there isn't, but see what I mean? Hell, go through here. It's such a good spot. There's no reason why you would ever want to abandon that spot. Except, of course, you're so locked in on the tank that, look, you're caught in the middle of the open. In the middle of the open. Like, imagine if you're right here. Just roll out. Like, it's such an easy thing to do. And like, also, this is because you didn't kill the Pharah earlier. Now the Pharah barrages you. And then you die. That's not your fault. That's not your support's fault. That's your fault. Pharah should have never even been there to begin with. Even after that, move into cover. Like, there's no reason you ever shouldn't move into cover.
This time.
Okay, so this angle is a bit close. Like, if you're, I'll probably prefer it if you were maybe like jiggle peeking this corner because you do have the same LOS as over here. So I'll probably say move over to the cover because then you have the mini too, so you're not dependent on your Moira and Mercy to heal you, which I know you love to complain about. And then like you're gaining no LOS advantage. In fact, you're making it harder for your team because you're demanding these resources. You're saying to Moira Mercy, help me, help me. I'm taking damage. I need help, right? What are you doing? You're shooting a fortified Orisa. Now you're at 60 health. When you could have been over by the mini, and then you could have basically gotten 75 HP for free, and you would have more cover, so you wouldn't die like this in the first place. Again, this is just horrible map knowledge. Like, you know there's cover here. You've seen it before. You know how many, like, we play this map so many times during scrims. Like, why didn't you go for the mini? Like you have like what 100 hours? Like at this point, not knowing that mini's there isn't a good enough excuse. Like, you should know. Like, that's kind of a get good moment.
No one can hide from the
No
hunters.
time to waste.
Enemy turret within my sight.
Now your team somehow fucking clutches this up. No, they don't. Actually, they might.
We are outnumbered.
Okay, that was a risky duel, but I would argue. Why?
We are outnumbered.
You can see the Pharah coming in purple. Look at this. You knew the Pharah was up here. You knew the Pharah was over here. And then you just wait around? Like, I guess I get you were waiting for the mini, but then, like, you know the Pharah's there. You watch. You see that one to react to a Pharah that's sitting right in front of you. Like, it should never take that long. And you lose, not only because you missed out on so many angles and then you demanded so much of your team's resources and you died so many times.
Switching sides.
That's your fault. Like,
Ready.
alright, so For May,
Ready for battle.
I watched this from a Spilo video. There are two types of value. There's selfless value, which is like like how we tell you in scrims: wall off the tank, wall off someone, wall off the Lari, wall off the Juno, things like that. And then there's selfish value, right? Going on an angle, maybe going up here to poke out icicles. Maybe when your team's pushed further up, go through hotel, shoot the torb or something. Like, and then what I feel like is sometimes when I hear you playing, you're so focused on that selfless value that
Ready for battle.
you don't focus on selfish value enough. Like you still need to get kills. Like that's kind of your job.
2, 1.
Also,
Attackers in.
Risa, you're not gonna kill. Like one of the things you have to accept as Mei is you can't kill everyone, right? Like you'll never be able to do that. I don't care. Like basically, when you wall someone off, there's a very low chance, especially in ranked. Like even in scrims, like we have to like do follow up with nade and sleep and all that dog shit. You're almost never gonna kill an Orisa with a wall, especially a fortified Orisa. It's just not worth it. So here you have to basically punish an enemy's mistake. Like for example, the Juno pushing up too far, Lara pushing up too far, or them taking dangerous off angles that you can then exploit, or even the Torb. Like let's go.
Enemy turret down.
Okay. I personally would have liked you to rotate over here for a bit. Get an angle for a bit and then kite back out when you get low, because your Moira's right there anyways. But this isn't a bad position by any means. It could just be so much better with an angle. See, and then you do that, but then you do that, right? Look at this. You gain all this value, and now your Sig can basically poke them out and do nothing. And look, now when you're not on an angle, there's no one distracting them from doing anything. Like, look at this. Your team is in a fucking line right now. Like, quite literally, I could draw one line on this battlefield. That's the bug and fight. Like, look at this. The entire enemy team shoots down here. All of your entire team that just like falls over and dies. Like, and then even like I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but even when you're over here, look at that. Now you're doing a 2-line attack, and the enemy either has to split their attention, so they have to shoot like over here a bit and over here a bit, and they lose value because maybe it's like like 3 people shoot here, 2 people shoot here. That's still good for your team because it's a 3v4 because the 2 other people are focused on you. So then, like this is such a good position to hold, and you have cover here. Your supports have LOS. Your Widow can basically shoot anyone as long as she hits her shots. It's such a good place. Like, there's almost no reason you ever want to just walk down main. Good sleep by your Anna. This is a small macro tip. There's almost no like you should probably wall the bastion to save your support resources. And then also, yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, save your support's resources by walling off the bastion instead of walling the bastion from shooting you. Because even though people might say it's troll, it also saves your Sig a lot of it. Like, look at your team. Low. Look at your team right now. Low, half HP. Your Moira's starting to take damage. Your Widow's starting to take damage. You're starting to take damage. Everyone's on your team starting to take damage because the bastion just gets free turret value. Now your Sig has to use a shield. Now your supports are stuck heal botting. Like, look at this Ana. Heal bot. 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 Your Ana can't do anything because you walled the bastion. And your Ana has to use nade on herself because the bastion put out so much pressure that she can't do anything. Heal bot, heal bot, heal bot, heal bot, heal bot. You see what I'm saying? You could wall off the bastion, but you didn't. Also, this is why I talk about selfish value. You're focusing so hard on selfless value that you're not seeing probably the most valuable angle right here. Look at this. See your Mei. Look at your HP. It's so fucking high. Go through here. You basically have free reign over hotel, and you can angle here because, They start shooting you, wall off, cryo freeze if you have to, and then just go back to your team. Like, this is what I mean by angles. Now the Juno has to turn around, Bash has to turn around. Hell, even the fucking Torb and Torpter will turn around to shoot at you. And then now look, your Sig gets free value, and their Laris in spawn. It's already a 4v5. Why not make this so much easier for yourself? And that was a panic cry. I don't get it. Sometimes you panic out and you use abilities, but then look, you didn't control. You didn't control Hotel. There's a Bastion turret there now, and you can't do jack shit about it because you didn't control it earlier. Now that's a good wall, but then it's too late. Your Moira is already dead. This is a fight loss for you. Like, unless by some miracle of God your Sig gets a kill on the Risa or Torb or Juno, it's over. You can't do anything.
Just part of the scientific method.
Again, mindless. Pay attention to the game. Like, there's a you saw the bullet whiz straight past your head. What are you shooting at? What are you shooting at? Contest that Torb. Contest that Torb. Look, he already did half your HP. But he'll force out your cryo if he hits you again. Okay, he forces your cryo for what? Because you didn't contest him earlier when he was still setting up. And here is such a prime example of why you look behind you before you ult. Look at your team right now. Widow's up here, right? She's already taken pot shots. She can't really do anything. Lifeweaver, he's being super passive right now. Your Sig has half broken shield and half HP. You're half HP. And you caught the two most survivable people on their team in this ult. You caught a fortified Orisa and a turret Bastion. You can't do anything with this. There's, like... This Blizzard is like... You're basically only shooting... It's like shooting at Reinhardt barrier, pretty much. Again, you should almost never Blizzard the Orisa. You should almost never wall the Orisa because she has fortified, javelin spin, and javelin spear that can all deny all of your value in an instant with your wall. Like, if you wall off right here, then the Orisa wastes time breaking that wall. Hell, I don't know who that is. The Torb wastes time breaking the wall. And then their Juno gets isolated, and then you just obliterate that Juno, and then you practically win the fight because the Juno wasted her ult. Instead, you let this happen. There's no reason for you to. Yeah, no reason. Like, don't wall the Orisa. Orisa can and will live through that. Especially with a Juno support. Like, Juno's, first of all, does 90 healing. Like that's more than her ult. Juno's 90 healing per second if she hits her shots. And then, also, Orisa just has the health pool the size of fucking, has the size of, I don't know, flats or something. And, you could have walled off the Orisa to let you live, and then you could go back to spawn, reset for next fight, and you wouldn't stagger yourself this hard. Look at it. Your team is pretty much ready for a fight, but then now you stagger. Your team has to wait another 10 seconds for you to respawn. What? 8-10 seconds?
Enemy turret within my sight.
There's no reason you should have ever done this. This should not have happened. Alright, so Venture. Venture is, you pretty much play them like you play a Genji, right? They're both good. They both hold angles really well. They're projectile heroes that work well in both in dive and brawl. And your job is to take care of off anglers, right? So generally with this, you would probably want to target the Alari, right? Look at the Alari. She's isolated, can't do anything. Hell, maybe even the fucking Torb to get some pressure off. And then, like, fortunately, you decide to change, but you start beeline for their front line before you decide to actually go for someone else. Like, why? Like, think about it before you do stuff.
Watch it. Enemy turret ahead.
No, you just stayed on man. Like,
Busted.
frankly, that Orisa just fucked up. Like, you should not have gotten that. That was not a good fight setup from you. Like, the Orisa just played worse than you did. Again, angles, angles, angles. See, as Venture, dig is your way out, pretty much, right? So, instead of going down main, maybe get one of them because the Alari's low as shit right now. And you immediately have to dash out, you're useless. You're pretty much useless for 8 seconds, right? Imagine if you took this angle here. You can shoot the Torb and the Alari and the Juno and the Pylon without even having to use a single ability. Just walk around, shoot, shoot, shoot. You see an opportunity, dash in, shoot melee, drill out. Like, and burrow out. There's no reason for you to be going down mid like this, except that you just see a target and just decide to go straight for it.
Enemy turret ahead.
Pylon, shoot the Pylon. Like, Pylon is basically a free mercy pocket for anyone who's near it, right? 40 HP per second, mercy does 50 HP per second. You need to shoot that Pylon. Like, there's no other choice.
60 seconds remaining.
Again, I know that you don't want to leave point because you don't trust your teammates. You think they're absolute dog shit and you deserve to be in top 500 or something. But your Zen, like, read your body language of your Zen. Your Zen is AFK right now. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. He's AFK. Go take a position. Go around here. Look at this. Free angle. You can deepen your flank even further if you want to. I don't know if you would want to, but you can. You can off angle the Ramatra, make him go out for a bit, or he turns on you, and your team can walk in for free. You just AFK on point, right down main. Look at you. What are you doing here? Your team hasn't even taken the point yet. Look at this. You're overextending so hard right now. Right? Look. Alright, this is basically the battle line right now. Basically, your tank and their tank make up the battle line. Look at this. Battle line here. And battle line here. And here, technically. Look at where you are. What is this? Your tank can't help you. Your supports can barely help you. Like, only the Zen can help you. You know? Like, why? Go through this side entrance instead. Take a position for next point, but don't commit to next point. Take here. And when they push in, you can go and shoot them, right? But instead, you just kind of decide to sit around and not do anything. And then you instantly get punched by the turret. Dash out! Dash out! You know there's a Reaper. You've heard him fire 7 times. You don't even try to dash. Now look what happened. Your team loses 2 DPS right before the fight, when your team could have only lost 1. Also, it was kind of your fault the Bastion went up so far, because your Bastion read your body language and thought, oh, we're pushing up right now, but then you pretty much made your Bastion die because he read your body language wrong. Alright, that's a good example. I'll say that's an okay example of off-angling. It's just that position was good. It was too early. Look at your stick right now. He's in no position to engage, right? If he was up here maybe he would, like, maybe it's a good idea. But you're either too early or too late, depending on how you see it. I'll say you're probably too late. Because your stick is already backing off and then you get punished. Okay, I think this is a fundamental misunderstanding of how you see Venture's dig. Venture's burrow isn't a kill ability, it's a get out ability. It's like a wraith that just happens to do damage, right? So use burrow as your out ability, because you get invincible for 5 seconds. Like invincible. You get cleanse, you get like like 45. I don't even know how it is. 25 extra shield. That's so good for your survivability. No, look, you're all the way up here. That should not work. It doesn't work. You get punished. Why? Because you didn't control the angle. Uh, you didn't control the angle when you needed to. Like for example, like 5 seconds earlier, you had control this building. You probably could have killed them even safer. And now you're just out here in the middle of the open doing nothing. Like, again, you're not using off angles and you're not using cover. You're just kind of running it down main, and then you're surprised when it doesn't work, and then you blame your tank because you're not playing with your team.
Joan of Arc didn't quit. I won't either.
Look up from your damn phone. You didn't get any snaps. I promise you, you didn't. Again, angles. Like, I'm getting tired. Like, I'm genuinely, like, kind of getting tired of this. Angles. Go up here. Help your Reaper. Go. You maybe could have gone all the way around. I doubt you would have made it, but then you didn't even try, right? Go help your Reaper. Like, dash. Hit the Reaper a bit if you have to burrow out. But then, and then you would have an angle onto their, Ramatra. And even though the supports right there, they're silver. They don't know how to shoot other people. All they know is how to shoot their teammates. Like, you need to do something, and you're just running it down me right now. Again, you use Burrow not as a get out of jail free card, but you use it as a tool to do 100 damage against the blocking Ramatra. It's like what, like 20 damage? You used your get out of jail free ability for 20. Again, pay attention. Like, imagine if you're up there with the Reaper, then you would know the Reaper is flanking around there. And instead you just kind of don't do anything.
I'm okay. Ah, coming through.
Alright, so this is a small micro tip for getting out of spawn quickly. Generally, you want to dash underground as soon as you enter burrow, because then that gives you your dash back when you get out, and it also gives you extra speed right now. So you would have the time to maybe rotate. You'd maybe have the time to rotate around to here and then around instead of just go down main and get spammed out and immediately use both your cooldowns trying to get out and die immediately. So you have to think about that. Alright. I don't think you know how Venture's weapon works. Venture's weapon is 12 meters, right? I think that's slightly more than Reaper range, so I would say 90% of the time just play with your Reaper. Like, your Reaper hasn't been taking good flanks, because, like, obviously silver. But sometimes your Reaper's taking good flanks when you're not. Like, you have to assist your Reaper. Like, imagine you're over here. Imagine you were over here when the fight started, right? Burrow, dig, like, burrow, dash, bop, 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 dead. Back out. That's a free kill. This Alari should be dead right now if you're in the right position. So you're just kind of shooting down main against a Ramatra that's 30 meters away when your weapon's 12 meters away. What are you doing? You're nothing. That's the answer. You're doing nothing right now. Again, you're using Burrow as a kill ability. It does 100 damage. At the very most, you should use it when someone's low and you can kill them immediately. But then look at you.
Enemy turret ahead.
Alright, let's play a little game. It's called How Many People Can Shoot Me Right Now. Let's do a little count. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're in a 1v4. I don't care if your supports are fucking like Transcendence and Life Retreat and Nano Boost at the same time. You're not living this. There's no way in hell you're living this. And look, like, this is your fault. This isn't your tank's fault. Your tank's playing a poke. Your tank is playing good right now, actually. Your tank can poke out the Pylon, Juno, Alari, Ramatra. This is a use skill. This is a skill issue on your part. I'll be surprised if you live here at all. the only reason you live is because your Sig put the shield just before you die. You should have died there. You would have died there, plat or gold. Your Zen, leave your Zen to die here. He's not gonna do anything.
Excavation initiation!
You're using your ult here to get a kill in. Wow, I wouldn't say that's bad. Like, do something. Like, you just kind of not that talk about that, bro. Well, you didn't do anything with your ult either. Like, you just kind of missed on Olari twice. When you could have maybe pressured out the Ramatra, like maybe make him use his shield, his nemesis form. Oh, maybe you could even like make the Juno use something. Instead, you just kind of give the enemy free value because you waste your ult.
Getting sweaty over here! Coming through!
Okay, again, I don't have any arguments about this. The only reason I don't have any arguments is because they're all dying, right? Like, look at them. They're all, like, dying. Like, they're not playing to win the fight. They're playing to touch the point right now. Which is an incredible mistake on their part, but that shouldn't be, like, permission for you to also do incredibly bad choices, right? There's no reason to. Right?
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
Okay, so this is kind of pre-fight. Like, this is post-fight cleanup slash pre-fight. So... Holy shit, your Reaper's the fucking GOAT, first of all. Like, these are your throwing teammates. I hate to see what your good teammates look like. Again, you're using the wrong cooldown for the wrong purpose. You're using Burrow to engage, and you're using Dash. You're using Dash to move towards an enemy, and then Burrow to also go towards an enemy. Holy mechanics! I'm not gonna. This is also last point, so I don't argue with you as much about off angle here. But, like, there were so many points during that match where you could have won. Instead, you just kind of you threw.
Initiating match.
Oh, we're in the thick of...
Alright, so Kaz, I already talked about this. Shorter angles than Ashe, but you do play similar to Ashe. You just play more of a bodyguard role than otherwise.
1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Alright, so first point is especially hard for you, especially this first point choke. Because really, you can't shoot down yours too far, right? So your only choice is to move up here. Like, your only choice for a choke buster is to maybe move up here or over here, and then use either this side or this wall as cover. But especially this first choke is really hard for Cass to do well. That's weird. So you have to think about this, like distance. Am I doing enough damage to be like a force? And you're just pressing S down main, right? I get what you're trying to do, right? You're trying to take an angle with your sword. Pay attention, like you focus so hard on the enemy tank that you didn't notice that there was a DPS controlling that space the entire time. And now their sim gets a 2k, which is pretty much a lost fight because it's a DPS and a support right now, unless your team can get an insane trade in the next half a second.
30 seconds remaining.
No time to waste.
Alright, Genji, well, like Venture, you want to take off angles, and then you want to and in a coordinated dive environment, you converge on one target. And this one, you just shoot whatever's the most convenient, because that's how target priority works in ranked. See, perfect. This is a god flank. You have orb on you, the Sim's distracting, tank's distracting. Look at this. Boom. Now, a very small micro tip. I would say try not to use shurikens unless you know you can hit two of them, at least two of them. Otherwise, you single shurikens, but like that doesn't really matter. Like,
10 seconds remaining.
alright, this is a no, like awareness thing. You know you have Xenorb on you because fucking shows you have Xenorb. So I would say there was no reason for you to dash out. You could have dashed up to high ground, maybe stay in the fight a bit longer, poke it out a bit more. But then now look at you. You're like you're not doing anything right now. You're just kind of standing around. Like imagine if instead you had dashed up like you were over here. Imagine if you dashed like here and then wall climb up. Like now you have control over this entire space. Cause who's gonna contest you? Soldier? No, he can't. He doesn't have mobility, right? Symmetra? No, she used her turrets. Alari? Maybe, but then Alari had to turn around, and fucking silver players hate to do that. Juno is maybe is the only one who can probably contest you, and Juno's horrible at contesting, so in actuality, she can't. It's a free position right here. Like, look at this. Poke out the soldier, boom, now he's scared. Poke out one of the supports, they're scared. Instead, you kind of,
Round 3.
in all honesty, you threw. Like, you didn't do anything.
Ready for battle.
Alright, so this is where I say it's iffy, right? I probably wouldn't have picked Venture in the first place because first point, King's Row is all about angles, like especially in long sidelines. Like imagine if you were Ashe here, perfect, perfect defense, or maybe even Soj Hanzo, things like that. They're perfect. But you know, since you're on Venture anyways, take control of here, right? Cause look at this. All that look, Juno's looking down here. Boom, boom, boom. None of them are looking at this spot. It's free, like free value. That's what we all want in this life. Sombra's in the middle of fucking nowhere right now, and you don't know there's Sombra, so you know might as well take this angle. And then even if Sombra starts hacking you, like the way Sombra works is that you need to hack to melt people now. So like you can just like dash away, turn around and shoot, or you can even just like I bet you'd have enough time for you to burrow and get out, especially because like Silver Sombra aim is really bad, blah blah blah. Instead, you're shooting the tank. Shoot someone else. Second they push in, you control here. They move back. Now their tank's alone. It's way better than even a Maywall there. Cause like Maywall, they're all focused on the Maywall. Now the backline's distracted. But instead, you decide to just kind of shoot down. Eventually, you do take an angle, but again, you're using Burrow as an engagement tool. Burrow should be like a Reaper Wraith. Think of it like that, or even like a deflect. Instead, use. Alright, I do like this rotation. You know why? Because your tank rotated to be with you, so you need to get away as fast as possible. Because your tank will take all the attention, especially a fortified reset. She can take that attention. You know, Bap, Zen. She can take that attention. You take an angle. Free angle. Like, literally, this is free. In fact, I guess this is why you win this fight. Because you get such a good angle here. Oh, no, you don't. I would say actually deepen your angle. Look, Ilari's one. Just deepen your angle. You will kill at least one thing here. Maybe even two things. Like, there's no reason for you to ever give up that spot. Not, you recognize it, but you recognize it in a wasteful way. You use your burrow, right?
Coming through.
Again, you know you wasted burrow there because you immediately got out. Just don't charge it out. Just like leave. Again, burrow as an engagement. There's no reason you should ever do that. It's a Reaper Wraith. It's not Genji Dash. Your Drill Dash is a Genji Dash. Not your burrow. And this is why you lose this fight, because you know you don't lose this fight. You're about to lose this fight because now you don't have burrow, you don't have dash, you're not paying attention, your Bab uses immortality field to save you. And I'm like, look, it's a mess. You lost. And let's just fight clean up from there. They win. Like, you played that so messily. Like, you just shoot someone other than the tank. Take some off angles. Take some high ground. Think about sidelines. Like, legit. Like, think about how you play the game. That's all you have to do. Alright, I think that's it.